Hey guys, I just want to talk to you a little bit about leadership. You know, a lot of people really believe that they want to be a leader, or they think they can be a leader. And I truly believe anybody can be a leader. But you really have to break down what leadership means. Because in our Code of X, leadership is not the only thing, it's everything, right? And the reason why is because it takes leaders at the highest level to take companies to levels they've never ever been before. So I want to challenge you to watch these videos so that you can decide to become a leader and be able to develop the skills that you need to help people follow you, but help people get to their success. Now, one of the key points I want to talk about in leadership is definitely by example. You know, being a leader is all about being watched. And being watched is really crazy. You don't know who's watching you, really. You think it's your closest partners or maybe your leadership partners that you have, but it really is everyone. And when you're being looked at, it's all about what you do when you don't think anybody is watching. Not only that, it's about the numbers you put up. It's about the work ethic you put in. It's about, are you the one that's being out there, that's first to the meeting, that's first there, that's first in line, that's going out and over and beyond what's really needed so that you can stand out as a leader. See, when I was coming up into business, I had a mentor of mine. And my mentor used to tell me, Joe, if you're 15 minutes early, man, you're already considered late with us. If you're not standing first at the door to get in, you cannot get in anymore, right? If you're late, you can forget about it, right? So you had to be the example. Were you up in the front with a notepad taking notes? That's what the example is, because people are watching you. So they want to know, are you someone that I want to follow? And that's because of the example that you are giving. So it's very important to understand that one point is that if you're ready to become a leader, ready to take your business to the next level, what kind of example are you giving out so people can see and follow? I give you the first point is really lead by example, but I really want to talk about point number 2, which is personal development. You know, a lot of us are not born with certain skills, right? We don't have certain skills that we need to become leaders later on, right? But we can learn these. And one of the best ways of doing that is definitely reading books. You know, I had a mentor of mine who, you know, he would say, we have to have the book of the month. You're gonna have the book of the month. We're gonna read the book of the month. We're gonna do all these things. And you know what was incredible is that I thought, the book of the month. I'm not a big reader, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a big reader. Matter of fact, the books that I like to read are the ones that have the most pictures, right? And I know a lot of you are out there. But what I saw in transformation of this mentor that I had is that he became a great leader, one of the best leaders in our industry, to be said. And the reason why is because he sat down and he started reading books. He started developing his skills. He started understanding people. He started reading books on certain categories, on certain things that really meant something for the business, like how to talk to people, how to speak in front of people, you know, love languages, you know, how to treat your people, how to build teams and why teams work together and the laws of teamwork and then the art of war and how business becomes like a war and how he positioned himself so much that he is a high 9-figure earner. You know, right now, I mean, he's a 9-figure earner and he's amazing at what he does because of all the books he read. I'm sure he's probably read over 15 to 2,000 books already over the last 20 years. That's incredible. So for me, you know, it took me a while to catch on with that. And now it's like we're reading 2-3 books a month, right? I wanna consume all the information that we could get. But it's very important to understand something. When you're personally developing and reading these books of the month, like my team has a book of the month every month. No matter what, every single month we have a book that we're reading. And right now, it's The Power of Habit, right? By Charles Duhigg. You gotta get that book because that book talks about your habits that you have, your bad ones, and how to replace them with good ones, right? But here's the thing. As a mentor and as a coach, I could sit there and show you and point out all your faults, all what you're missing, your skills you don't have, all that. But that's not going to do you any good, because most people don't like authority, don't like to be told the truth, don't like to be told like it is, right? So personally developing and reading the books allows you to do what I call self-diagnose, like self-realization. You get to realize it yourself because you're reading the book, and because you realize it yourself, and then we can help you get past that. That's how you start breaking barriers. That's how you start breaking barriers, and that's how you start leveling up. So really, really, really focus on personal development. Focus on reading a book a month, and start at 1, then get to 2, and so on and so on. And I promise you, you're gonna see your business flourish and your skills are gonna go out the roof. But make sure whenever you realize something that you put it into action, because all the knowledge is not worth anything unless you act on it. I talked to you about point number 1, which was what, right? It was lead by example. And then I talked about the point number 2, which was personally develop, read your books, right? But I want to talk to you about point number 3, which is an oxymoron really, because it is, can you follow? See, in order to be a great leader, you have to be able to follow other great leaders. See, you have to have mentors around you or mentors above you so that you can go to them and ask them, like, what would you do? Or how would you do this? But the other thing is because you follow, people will follow you. It's like the saying said, hey, I did this, so I can tell you how to do this, right? Or I did this, so that's why you have to follow and do this, so that you can get the same results that we're getting. I mean, the most important thing here, guys, is your success, right? It's not our success, right? It's your success. It's how do you become successful? Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Follow your leaders. Follow your people. Follow the people that are there. Follow us, right? When we say, hey, there's a challenge to do this week, go do it, right? So that when you turn around and you ask your team, hey, there's a challenge to do this week, they will do it too. See, in order for you to be the best leader possible, they gotta know that you followed and you were in the trenches before. Because those are the stories you get to talk about. That's where you get to say, hey, I'm beyond reproach on this point because I followed my leaders, and that's why I got to where I am. And I want to help you guys get there too. And I know it sounds crazy, guys. I know it really does. A natural human nature says, follow. Why do I have to be a follower? I want to be a leader. But let me promise you one thing. If you follow the right leaders and mentors, you will become a great leader and a great mentor. I promise you that. So make sure that you're following. That's number 3.
Here's a training session by Exertis on the power of systems. System-driven organizations are among the most successful across various industries, including airlines, hospitality, technology, and financial services. Success stems from systems, not just processes. Systems must be created to consistently produce optimal outcomes, while systems focus on the what, processes focus on the how. A systematic approach ensures consistency, scalability, measurability, continuous improvement, and the achievement of goals for both the customer and the company. System-driven organizations bring transparency and accountability, leading to prompt and objective decision-making, improved efficiency, and better time utilization. Systems like those at Exertis Financial Partners empower financial professionals as well as business operators to thrive and grow, enhancing the human element in business. By being system-driven, Exertis enables entrepreneurial leaders to replicate their know-how, instinct, and initiative, thereby multiplying their initial success. Here's a clip from one of the training events where Senior Executive Vice President Tio Ortiz shares the importance of being system-driven.
So, as you say here, because we don't have a system, it's very hard. It's like, oh man, where's 1? What would be 2? and then we all lost, right? It's the same in our business. If we don't have a system, we go all over the place. We like try to find ourselves out because we don't know, and sometimes if we're not coachable, it's even harder because we want to do our things on our own. And this business is a simple business. It's not an easy business, but it's a simple business. If we just follow the system, it's going to be easier if we follow a system. And we always talk about a system, a system, a system. Everybody has a system. But we have our own system.
Alright team, it's time for the highly anticipated announcement of EFPN's top 5 players of the week. Let's kick off the excitement by introducing our 5th ranked player, Belinda Johnson, who has shown exceptional leadership with an impressive 2,161 points in personal production. Moving up to the 4th position, we have Arnold Flores, shining brightly with an outstanding 2,309 points in personal production. Now prepare to be amazed by our 3rd ranked player. We have Kevin Dulig, who has achieved an incredible 3,246 points in personal production. Now, let's turn our attention to the 2nd spot on the leaderboard, Mayela Guerrero, with a remarkable 4,799 points in personal production. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, we have the unveiling of our number 1 spot from the week. We are proud to present Martha Selly, who has achieved an extraordinary 36,806 points in personal production. Congratulations to all of the players of the week. Fantastic job.